I've pressed it. Oh, there we went live. I've already pressed it.
That wasn't one of those arty slide into the shot type things.
It looked pretty good. Very slick.
Oh my goodness, I look absolutely
the scene here is a bit like this. We bought loads of stuff today. If you follow me on Instagram, you may have seen a picture of our hallway. There's like a little pathway through. So we bought some of it in, and we're going to just show you some highlights. I've just grabbed a few random boxes and piles. Anyway, welcome.
Welcome. Yeah.
No guest today. We didn't get organised, so we thought we'd go traditional with a haul.
Yeah. Also, we haven't been well this week.
No. Do you want to talk about that quickly?
And I'm really, really struggling, to be honest with you.
You've not been good today. We both had another virus. There's so much going around. It's crazy. We went away with family, didn't we? We came back, and then about 24 hours after that, we were both just ill.
Yeah. And we thought, well, I felt much better on Friday, but we weren't really doing a lot. So I was just working on the sofa. And so we went out yesterday and didn't feel too bad yesterday. But I think yard sales at the best of times are exhausting. And oh, here we go. Oh dear. Put your masks on. And
stay safe and sanitize. That's a blast from the past for those that have been with us a long time.
And honestly, I was absolutely just wiped out, and I feel a bit spaced out.
Well, we were a bit silly because we went to the charity warehouse sale, went down there early, and then we did a yard sale today.
But it was the last one ever. So we didn't really want to miss it, and we thought we felt better.
Some of this stuff is going to be from the charity warehouse sale. Their prices are amazing, and they were in clear out mode. We got together like a couple of IKEA bags and a couple of bags to life, and she went, just give us a tenner for the lot.
Oh, we're all blurry again. I think we might need to wipe these.
Sorry, hang on.
Bear with. Is that better? Yeah, I think so.
I can't really tell on this screen. Anyway, we're being rude. Hello, everybody. Let's say some hellos whilst people are coming in. We've got 143 of you. Welcome. Scroll back. First was Leanne.
Hello, Leanne.
Good evening. Will, sunny all day here in Birmingham. Same.
Yeah, it's been a lovely day. Weather-wise.
It was gorgeous. I came back and I did a load of work out the front of the house here, and I was actually sweating. Chatting to one of our neighbours, and I was like, excuse me, I'm a bit of a sweaty mess.
Oh, lovely. You know how to charm people.
Oh, I'm charming then. Yeah. We'll say a few hellos. C. Blaney, good old-fashioned haul. Yeah, hopefully we've got some interesting stuff to show you. R.S. Harris and George is with us. Fluffy Muffin. Hello, Nia. There's Pete. Hi, Pete. Porky's with us. Don't do it, Dave. Hello. AC Global Reselling. Beautiful day. Sounds like everyone's had the good weather here then, haven't we? About time.
It is about time.
Raymond, good to see you. Hello, lovely people, as Paul says, who went car booting. No, we went to a yard sale event today. Attleborough, which is not far from us, had one. We didn't even get
10 minutes drive.
Yeah, about 10 minutes away. It's our nearest town, really. And I don't think we got around half the stalls because they started packing up so early.
It's frustrating. It really is. I bang on about this all the time, but it is.
Go on, do your bit. Go on your soapbox.
The times are 9 till 3. And the amount of people that said, oh, I've been here since 8. But it starts at 9. So why were you there at 8? Why did you set up at 8?
I sold all the video games at 8 this morning.
Why?
Well, it starts at 9.
At 9. And then people were packing up at midday. But it finishes at 3.
You were in a right grump going round.
So I don't understand it. If we have a time to start to finish, why not start and finish at those times and not start an hour earlier and finish 3 hours before it's supposed to finish?
Well, you made a good point. I think it's a kind of local culture thing around here that's how they do it. Excuse me if I've got filthy nails. I was gardening. I haven't washed my hands properly yet. Need to scrub my nails. But back in not Hitchin particularly, but Hertfordshire
and Bedfordshire, we did
people
a lot.
stuck to the times, the advertised times.
We did a lot of yard selling, as you might remember if you used to watch us back then. We did a lot of yard selling, and people stuck to the times, and it always finished at the time it said it finished. But quite often people would stay later, wouldn't they? And we ended up we were still driving around sometimes 2 hours after the actual finish time,
still picking up good stuff. Or there was a tradition, particularly in the kind of North London ones, where if you got to the end or near the end and you decided you'd had enough, you just leave everything out you wanted to get rid of and put a sign up saying free. The stuff we got for free, there was 1 or 2 of them today actually. Anyway, rant over.
That's my rant. Can't do much about it, but
let's say hello. I think the chat has jumped. I don't know where I was.
I went to the bottom. I thought.
Did you? Right. Sorry if we didn't say hi to everyone. Doug and Tony, hello. Beautiful day in Langford. Good stuff. Deborah.
Oh, Catherine Lamb's in.
So you're not feeling too good? Yeah, I'm feeling better, touch wood, today. Mostly, apart from the sniffles and bunged up head. But
I'm really not.
You're ready for bed. We both got in and had a nap as well.
Oh, I just passed out on the sofa. I think
you were asleep on the drive home.
I was.
Yeah. Catherine's in. Antoinette, hello. Good to see you. Ian, Secret Carper, good to see you. Helen, Deb. Right, let's get down to the end. Hello, everybody. Now, what's Deborah saying there? I just arrived home, 7:55, from doing a 2-day antique collector's fair in Exeter. It was so quiet.
Oh.
Unbelievable. I made sure I got home in time to catch you live. Well, thank you for that.
I'm sorry it was quiet.
Yeah. That's not good. If you spent all that effort setting it up and... shame.
Andrew Worth there says, I organise yard sales in my village. Some people never bother setting up. Some want to set up later or finish earlier. It can be stressful with 75 plus sellers.
Yeah, I know. We do get that. Working with the general public is fun. But yeah, it's frustrating as a buyer when you go around and everyone packs up 2 hours early.
Yeah.
You know, when it's been promoted that it's going on to a certain time. What if you just come down for the end of it because that's all you could make and everyone's packed up and gone?
And I totally get it if a few people, have got other plans and they can't stay around until 3 or whatever. But it pretty much the whole thing was wrapping up 2 hours before its actual time.
Like I said, it's kind of the culture around here. I think. Can I just say, good on you setting up a yard sale.
Yeah.
We get comments almost daily on our social media. How do you find these events? There's none in our area. And my response is set one up. And I am also very aware we've never set one up. We talked about doing it in Hitchin, then we moved. And we
will do one day.
And our village here has one. Somebody organises it locally anyway. But yes, well done you. That's what I'm trying to say. Right, I'm going to get to the end. I am at the end.
I just wanted to say hello to you in Slovenia. Thank you for joining us.
Slovenia.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Hello. I wish. There we go. See, once love treasures. Be the person. Be that person. Once the app is available on both formats, that has a load of tools in it to help as well with organising maps and stuff. I see. Sorry, I didn't read it all. Would be a bit of a conflict of interest for me to do it just to see what I can buy. Conflict of interest. Interesting. I wonder why.
Okay. Linda there is saying that she did an antiques and collectors fair and it was the worst one ever.
Maybe people don't have the money.
Maybe. Or maybe it's just the weather. People are wanting to be out and about.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What's I reading here?
Rather than, walking around.
I need to arrange delivery of a load of stock. I have closed my eBay. I would like to give you the stock. Good Lord. If you don't have Instagram, there is an email address under most of our regular videos, probably under this one.
Yeah,
Is it
I'm not entirely sure we're on place for receiving lots of stock at the moment.
We'll have an email conversation, but that is a lovely thought. We'll have a chat about it on email. But yeah, your email, is it your email address?
I
or
think
the
it's
business
our
one?
email address in the description box.
Yeah,
below.
pop us a message. We'll see what we can do. Always noted. What's that? Yeah, always noted on the map the stalls that can't stick to advertised times. Well, that's really handy if you can do that.
Actually.
We've not seen that on ours. You saw there was a Facebook group for this one, and people were just saying, "Yeah, I'm not setting up." But that's not helpful when you have a Google Maps with all the pins on it.
Yeah, because you can't keep it in your head which ones are not setting up and which ones aren't.
Yeah. Oh look, I did Harford and Arminghall car boots. We still want to try the car boots around here. We haven't really, apart from local ones.
Yeah.
And then went to Attleborough. Well, you may have seen us whizzing around. Right. Hi, Lainey.
Hello, Lainey.
I'm at the bottom of the chat. So let's share stuff.
Yes. Well, the stuff that I want to share is
we need to do a couple of thank yous
from the charity warehouse sale. I'm going to save the stuff. Well, I'm hoping to, but Nick's really keen to show you the things that I picked up today. But I want to do a haul at the end of my video for this week's video of what I bought today. So I'm trying to keep that back.
Firstly, Jason. It's Jason, isn't it?
It is Jason, Gadget Man. I don't know if we've just outed Gadget Man on the internet.
Sorry. Gadget Man is far too generous and kind to us. He sent us gifts over the years.
Enormously.
We've tried to repay the favour a couple of times, but it pales into insignificance to Gadget Man's generosity.
Yeah. Now, if you watch my videos, you will have heard me talk recently about an espresso milk frother, because we picked up an espresso machine. It had a milk frother, and I talked about wanting to find one while I was out thrifting. And a few days later, this amazing thing arrived in the post from Gadget Man. And to say that I was like this, I was speechless. I actually cried. I went upstairs and I read you the note and I cried.
Gadget Man.
I couldn't believe how kind and generous this is. I just,
when a gift brings you to tears, you know you've hit the spot. So yeah, it's the Liberty print. Is it Liberty print?
It is the Liberty print. I mean, it's not just an espresso milk frother. It's the Rolls Royce of espresso milk frothers.
And I didn't thank you, Gadget Man, on a live for the impact driver you sent me out of the blue. I wasn't quite brought to tears. I meant, mustn't cry. But yeah, blown away by that. Yeah, don't know what to say. And I got a lovely letter, which I won't read out here. But yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, thank you just doesn't seem enough.
No,
it's
I don't know.
Absolutely incredible.
I don't know if he's in, but say hi in the chat if you are. Right. I'm going to move that out of the way. I don't want to knock that off.
No. The other thank you I need to do is Sue. Now, you may remember that the very lovely Sue, I don't know if you're in tonight, Sue, has been sending us Hornsey. Now, what did I do with it? It was on the side.
Well, the side now looks like this.
I think I put it out of the way for a minute. I think I put it in the larder. But Sue has sent another lovely box full of things for us. And we've got some... Oh, dear, that's made it worse.
How's that made it worse?
I don't know.
Why is it so kind of
You
greasy?
might have caught it with your thumb, maybe. I don't know. And we got this time in the Bronte design a coffee pot and 3 cups and saucers, which beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So another huge thank you to Sue. So
absolutely. Okay, we better share some stuff. We've promised these people some stuff.
Yes.
Shall I go first? Very rarely do I find Super Nintendo stuff. Used to in the early days all the time. the chap I bought this off was obviously a dealer of some sort, and he knew his stuff. He had a Sega Saturn with a stack of software, and I said, "How much?" And he went, $450. And we'd chatted to somebody that had before who'd said about this store.
Oh yeah.
And I went, "I'm taking it. You're not meaning £4.50?" And he went, "No, £450 for a Sega Saturn and some software." I was like, okay, I don't have that on me right now, sort of thing. But I did give him a tenner for Street Fighter 2. I played this game to absolute death. I told the chap, actually, I had this back in 1992, but I bought a Japanese import for £80.
Ooh.
£80 when I was a teenager.
Wow, must have been that good.
It was amazing. Sorry again about my fingernails. I was doing lots of gardening. They're filthy. And then some Snickle Fritz, as a channel calls the graphic games titles. F1, race driving, that's not terrible. Sequel to hard driving. And this isn't awful. Mortal Kombat 3, it's just nice to get some Super Nintendo stuff. Tenner for the 4. I don't really know if that was a good purchase, but I did it.
Oh, so Kev says the Sega Saturn, the original person that sold that to him came back and rebought it off him. I think he was a local neighbour. Oh,
the original person.
So what? He bought it from someone, then he was trying to upsell it.
Did he pay $400 on when he bought it back?
I very much doubt it.
What?
Perhaps he bought it back at the price he sold it to him for. Perhaps he was annoyed that he was selling it for so much.
Can you imagine that? Coming back, he'd given him like 50 quid for it the week before. Can you imagine? Ooh,
wow.
Interesting. Right, what are you going to share?
Well, this is the stuff from the charity sale. So it's all kind of bits and bobs, really. But I do have a couple of sort of stars of the show. These aren't particularly stars of the show, but they are lovely. So I've got a lovely, sweet little Purbeck pottery jug. And these aren't particularly valuable, but, you know, you can use this sort of thing for like little plant pots. So I might do that. And then a small Purbeck pottery, like tiny little bowl, like a little dipping bowl.
I think he missed it so much, the Sega Saturn.
Oh, really?
The only address I can find is the Hills Are Alive one. That's the one.
Yes.
Yeah, that one's fine.
That one's the one. And then also this really sweet little pair of pool pottery collector's plates.
I could do with a cheap snails cart for testing. Drop me a message or an email if you've got anything, Nick. You've got, well, I've only basically got that. I do have a tester cart myself, which is the old scope one. I only have what's shown there. Ping me a message because I won't know. I won't know what your email is. We lose track of email addresses. Our inboxes are bonkers. So yeah, drop me a message.
Oh, Flipper Maggie says, "Oh, I like that Purbeck. I've got a trinket pot, but it has been listed for a couple of years." Yeah, see, it's not in fashion at the moment, is it, Purbeck pottery? Not at all, but it's really, really sweet. So,
but that is quite stunning.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show probably my favourite item and the one that's probably worth the most, and then show you my biggest fail. So this is my favourite item that I picked up. I mean, look how beautiful this folk art is.
And what did you say to me when you showed it to me? You went, "A lady picked up the plate that matched."
I know.
And you were livid.
It was a moment, I tell you. I mean, I didn't know at that point how much this was worth, but I knew it was beautiful. So it was like I picked up the bowl and she just went, arm in front of me, picked up the plate. I was like, oh no. Anyway,
yep, you have to get it in your hand. You've got to get it in your hand.
Moments. Anyway, yes, beautiful, beautiful. And the signature on the back is
Picasso.
Kimper. Anyway, it is now.
It's no good asking me.
It's vintage. I'm trying to think what the country was. they're from. Anyway, I can't remember. I did look it up. What you really need to know is I reckon that I'm going to list it for £35. One bowl. So when you think we paid £10 for everything that we bought yesterday, and I'm hoping to get 35 on that.
Yeah.
That's my star of the show. Now, here's my fail.
This is sad.
Pack your items properly, people. Pack your items properly.
Let me show you that bit first. Delft blue hand-painted tile. Let me cover that bit up. Oh, gorgeous. Yeah, we broke it in the car. It looks like a cloud. That's not a cloud. That's not a cloud.
So I'm thinking, right, it's obviously you can't resell it, but I'm thinking get a bit of sort of blue paint or something and make it look like a cloud. And then I can use it.
It already looks like a cloud because it's white.
Use it or hang it in the kitchen. So
You're determined to keep this, aren't you?
I know. If I was Japanese, I'd paint it gold, wouldn't I? What's it called? I can't remember what they call it. Yeah, paint it as a cloud, says Kev.
It already looks like a cloud.
So that's what I'm thinking. Like, just
if you hung that
mix a little bit of white and blue, and try and blend it in.
If you just hung that on the wall, most people would never notice.
Probably not, but I think you could make it just slightly more disguised.
If it wasn't damaged, £10 to £15 each on the really intricate design. So
yeah. But might end up just displaying it ourselves because I can't bring myself to put it in the bin. I just can't. And
we did stop and pack everything with blankets in the back.
That was next to something else. And we thought it would be all right, but it's obviously, I mean, it's quite brittle. It's obviously just knocked on the edge.
Anyway, and this guy.
Yeah, this was really sweet, but I didn't realise it had been repaired.
This has been knocked off before.
It's studio pottery. It's got a maker's mark on the bottom.
I really like that.
It's lovely, isn't it?
And it might be something we could just keep and use, like as a key bowl or something.
Yeah.
But to resell it's going to be a struggle having to declare that this guy has been super glued back on.
Yeah.
There you go.
So yeah, we may well use that.
It feels like sandpaper. You know, that really coarse finish.
Yeah, it's like something you'd have in your garden, isn't it? Really. But I would be afraid to put that in the garden because I'd feel it's not heavy. I would be afraid it would get knocked off.
Right.
Because I did think, that would make a lovely little bird feeder. You know, put a little bit of some mealworm in it or whatever. But I reckon the birds would knock that off in a second.
Let me share something now, shall
I?
We went to a stall.
Oh, here we are. I knew people would come in with the
chip.
No. I don't know if I can pronounce that. Kintsugi.
That's the
Japanese repair with gold. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kintsugi.
It's about celebrating the flaws and making something look more beautiful and interesting.
Yeah.
After it's been smashed. Yeah. And my collection is full of lovely chipped pieces. We have vases that don't hold water but look beautiful. We have
we've got a lovely West German vase, got a massive crack on it.
You just turn the crack to the wall, right? So we were at a stall chatting to a really lovely lady, and we noticed this. It's cast iron. It's not Le Creuset, although she did do the classic saying, I had a bunch of Le Creuset first thing this morning. We were like, oh, okay, thanks. But they left the Le Creuset book, which is quite cool. The cast iron way to cook. Bless you.
Bless me.
That wasn't a sneeze.
Sorry.
But they didn't take this, and I've not bought and sold Denby cast iron. Excuse the dripping on the top.
Yeah, she reckons that's from the dishwasher, so it's going to need a bit of.
Yeah, I'll be able to get that off. Although this will take a bit more elbow grease. Whoa! They burnt dinner in there. But she said you can have. We wanted this anyway because we thought that was quite interesting. And then she said, have the pan.
Oh, that was Joe. Look.
What?
We were like, we waved, and then we were like, were they waving at us? I don't know, because then our neighbours were getting
Oh,
in their
out
car,
here.
and then we were like, oh no, we probably just waved and you weren't even waving at us. Joe says, drove past you both earlier in your village. Couldn't resist to be. Oh, well,
we did the whole, who is that?
I'm very pleased that it was waving at us.
Anyway.
Because we did have a moment where we were like, oh no, our neighbour's going to think we're a bit mad waving at their friends.
I don't know if this stuff has any value, but she said £1 for the pan and the Le Creuset book. So we were like, oh, all right then. So has anyone sold this Denby cast iron? It's so heavy. It's like Le Creuset, but for some reason even heavier. It's so thick. Yeah. We've not had that before. I didn't know Denby did cast iron.
No.
Or used to, even if they don't now. I mean, even if the pan is not savable, I mean, the knob with Denby on it, I mean, who wouldn't want a Denby knob?
Wow.
Anyone? So yeah, £1 for the 2. Lovely. And I bought loads of Tempe media off her, loads of CDs and other stuff.
Yeah. And if you're looking for any other terrible jokes,
we quite like Tim.
We couldn't resist picking this up. I had to go on one of those stalls where you shoot a duck over and you get a prize. I noticed if you aim the gun at the guy running the stall, you get all the prizes. See, terrible jokes.
That's not even what?
No, that wasn't even funny.
Let's shut that out.
That was the one I chose. I didn't choose it. I just opened it and read it.
Right. Shall I choose?
Right.
No. Sorry, go on. This one will be terrible as well.
A friend of mine always wanted to get run over by a steam train. When it happened, he was chuffed to bits.
That's quite good. That's a Tim Vine joke. This guy, I think I put this on Instagram. This it looks like a little seal pup from the front, doesn't it?
It does a bit.
It's a bag. It's a zip-up bag, but it's from Dan Air, which used to fly out of London, I believe. Well, it says Dan Air London on it. I think it was quite a short-lived thing, and this was a plush, buy it in the airport or on the plane, sort of toy for a kid, I guess. Yeah, not big money. I'm going to aim for about 20 on that, but it was cool for 50p.
Yeah, it's cool.
Never seen one of those before.
There's a question there. Can that wear stain in the bottom of the cast iron be cleaned?
We will have a go. We have cleaned up stains like that before, but some are too far gone. We'll have a good go.
Stephen has replied and said, I found leaving bleach mixed with oven cleaner in overnight. That gets rid of it.
Bleach and oven cleaner. All right. I've had so many suggestions since we bought the last lot of Le Creuset, which all needs a bit of a go. I've had all sorts of suggestions. That would make a great video. Try out a whole load of different techniques. But then really you'd need a whole load of pans in the same condition.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know. Anyway.
Lainey said, is it not for your PJs?
I don't know.
There would have to be very small PJs.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of room in there.
No. It's more a little bag, isn't it?
Yeah. I think, no, not enough space for PJs. Oh, we picked up this. This will be gifted to one of our Nina's into dinosaurs.
Yes.
This may be going to our niece, Nina. Mold and paint dinosaurs, all sealed up. Perfect. Yeah. It's great. We're a big advocate for buying stuff for yourself and stuff for gifts when you're out and about. You can save a lot of money. It saves something else being manufactured in China and shipped over. So we do it all the time. I mean, it's ideal when it's sealed like that, but not always. We bought secondhand stuff for the kids and they don't care. They really don't care. Probably contained airport freebies like iCard. It could do. Yeah, it could have been like a little gift set or, you never know.
Probably.
For flight socks, for your G-string, this has got weird.
So talking of Denby, I picked up another. Well, I say another. I've got a Manna Green coffee pot, but I picked up a teapot in the Manna Green. So I did actually offer this to Ellen because she was after a teapot, but she's decided she doesn't. She doesn't use a teapot enough to warrant having one. And then there was just one singular Denby Dreamweavers bowl. How cute is that design? I've never seen a Dreamweavers one before. It's got little mushrooms in it. So.
Oh, that's my favourite thing you put.
Oh yeah, it is. So this is the second star of the haul.
So these are all from the charity warehouse.
This is all from the charity warehouse.
Yeah.
And it is this. It's a wall plaque. It's got a little hole in the top, and you can see on the back it's got the artist's name, and it's vintage from the 1970s, and it is Danish pottery. How much did I say? I thought that was worth.
I can't
really remember now.
There's a market for
somewhere around, I don't know, 20 quid, something like that, I think.
Yeah, it wasn't mega bucks.
It was something like that.
I don't think, but it's really nice and tactile, and it's a gorgeous piece. 70s, did you say?
Yeah.
So might be as old as us, but it looks like it could have been made yesterday.
I know, we love the design on that.
It's a cool thing. Just feels really lovely.
Yeah. Thankfully, we didn't break that.
Hooray!
There's still time.
Ken, upmarket sick bag.
Oh.
Would you want to be sick inside into the top of the head of a cuddly toy?
Lainey says your brekkie will look good in that bowl. I'm probably going to sell it on, actually. There is a market for Dreamweaver stuff. So, yeah, I'll probably get about a tenner on that.
We not that long ago we listed and sold all of
there you go. Stephen says a Vimblad, is that how you would pronounce it? Or it's quite valuable.
Maybe it was more than 20 quid then. I can't remember what you said to me.
I can't remember either now.
A while ago we had a load of African little carved busts. Most of them were relatively small, and we sold them all. They went really well. And today we found some stunners. Oh, I think the other two, are they in that bag?
Yeah.
These are heavy. The chap said they were ebony, and these are way larger than the ones we sold.
Mm-hmm.
There's a little bit of damage around here where it's a sharp cornered edge. But you have a male and female figure, and they're like, I don't know, 1.5 kilos each or something. Aren't they cool?
Are they bookends?
I would imagine you could use them as bookends for sure,
or
just as a decorative little statuette.
Mm.
So there's those two, and then this stool. If we'd have been 5 minutes later, they'd have been all packed up. We spent a fair bit of money with them.
Yeah.
But there they were at like 1:30 or something, packing up. The event ends at 3. Yeah. So it goes to show. What's in here then? Is this the other ones? So those were, he did tell me which country they were purchased in. I can't remember. That's annoying.
No.
It was an African country. These, I'm sure he said, were Balinese.
Yeah, these are Balinese.
We've
got a large one on our shelf over there.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've got a pair. He said they were a king and a queen.
These are much more intricately carved and a much lighter wood, both physically and colour-wise.
Yeah.
Aren't they gorgeous?
They're beautiful.
Look at that. Excuse my nails again. Yeah. So £10 for the 4. I was not going to haggle at that. That was. They were at that kind of. It's the end of the day. They were literally packing it into boxes. We were taking it out of the boxes. They were just packing it into, and they were happy to move stuff. You didn't want to show these now, no?
No,
we're not showing these.
Trying to save most of it.
Okay. And I bought a pearl necklace from them. I don't know where that went.
Did.
Oh, it's there.
Sure.
I don't know. Was it that? Oh, and the pens.
Yeah.
I know nothing about jewellery. I have bought and sold bits and bobs, but I tend to shy away from it because I just don't know enough. But this was £2.50. It's in Pompadour pearls for a princess, obviously vintage case. Nice little kind of velvety interior there. They are tiny. I think he said they were cultured pearls. So they are very small, but they're all real pearls. Little graded all the way to teeny tiny. So anyway, £2.50. I thought, yeah, I'll learn about that. And it sits around that little raised bit in the middle. Anyway, I bought that from the same store, along with some vintage Parker pens. I've bought and sold vintage pens so many times over the years. They can do really well. It's a bit hit and miss, like most things. These, really nice little Parker case for a start. And then we have, now this was apparently a casino. Crockford's Curzon Street. I think that's in London. And then, is that a Papermate one there? Look, I don't think this one's got a place on it. What was this one? I can't remember. He did tell, my brain is like a sieve. Oh, it's written on the back. International Sporting Club. Yeah. There's a big collector's market for pens. So I grabbed them.
Comment there. Look.
For £1 for 3.
Do you want to read that comment?
I've seen exactly the same pearls for 1,000. Really? But on, I don't know what the last word is.
Catawiki. Auction bid webpage.
Oh. Well, I have no idea what I have there, but we grabbed them. I need to make some space. So you think I might have done well on the pearls then? If pearls are real, they're gritty. They certainly looked real because they weren't perfect and they were all a bit hit and miss. And he seemed to know what they were. I think they were they selling?
They were his mother's. Yeah, he was selling his mother's stuff. Okay, so just carrying on with the stuff from the charity warehouse sale. I picked up 3 of these plates. They're Ainsley and they look fairly contemporary. So I mean, everything was so cheap. I just thought I'd pop them in my bag. So Ainsley, and I've looked them up and they're worth probably about £5 each replacement. So not too shabby really. It's always worth taking a chance on things.
Stephen's saying there, it depends what the clasp is made of. Well, that's a good point. Not that I'm going to be able to tell just by looking at it. I don't know what I'm talking about.
We don't know a lot about jewellery, to be honest with you. I picked up this little guy. He's obviously a very homemade project, but I couldn't leave him behind. He was very, very sweet. We might end up like giving him away on a whatnot show or something.
Oh, I quite like him. Yeah, I think it's a woodworking
quite fun.
School project or a home project.
Yeah.
Looks like a ghost cat.
Yeah, I couldn't leave that behind.
I can't even open the clasp. I don't know how that clasp works.
Might have to investigate that later.
I don't want to break it.
Yes, they're pretty plates, aren't they, Lainey? I really like them. Got some cloverleaf coasters. They're all inns, or as I would say, pubs.
Pub.
And they look like they've not been used, to be honest with you. They're all like this. So
yeah, it's a good way to tell if your coasters have been used because the cork backs stain really easily, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
So you can usually tell if they've been used.
So yeah, that wasn't too bad.
Hark, I hear you'd like to see some software. Oh, okay. I didn't find anything apart from, well, no, Super Nintendo stuff. Yeah, that floats my boat. It's modern stuff. It sells quick and easily, but doesn't excite me.
Porky says 10 to 25-ish sold on eBay looks like to me the pearls.
Okay, that's a big difference from the last valuation we had further up the chart. Yeah, okay. I mean, they're certainly branded. So Pompadour pearls for a princess. I'd be happy with that from my £2.50. Yeah, so we have 50p. We have a PS4 Formula One, but 2019 version. These are superseded pretty much every year. Some other sports titles that I'll probably bundle together. NBA 2K15 and 17. Imagine, I'll happily pay 50p or maybe £1 on that sort of thing. And a couple of DS games that will be bundled together. Pippa Funnel and the Whittaker Family. Horse Life. It was the dregs of what was left. I keep getting to stalls where somebody's been and bought all the really good titles, and I go, yeah, I'll give you 50p each on what you got left.
Stephen says, pearls are odd. Some sell for a fortune and some very cheap.
Oh. I will do my best to research these and see what we've got. I think my £2.50 is safe, though. Are we in agreement? I think so. The case is probably worth that.
C. Blaney says, what was the big eBay thing this week? Still not 100%, so I haven't watched the video.
What big eBay thing?
What you put in your thumbnail title thing for your video.
I can't remember what.
But you'd hit a milestone.
Oh, okay. We hit 25,000 feedback, and a buyer sent us a message. I'm still not sure if they were a viewer or are a viewer or not. Somebody bought something and said, great feedback score of 25,000 exactly it was at the time.
Yeah.
So I thought I'd mention it. Right. I took a punt. I like to take punts on things and try and learn, find a new niche. So I bought a stack of books for £5, all about lace making. Good Lord, they're heavy. Some of these looked really quite like they would be expensive if you went out to try and buy them.
Now, did you count the books?
Did I count the books? Don't you start on me. I didn't. I picked them all up and I said, how much would you want for the books? Or something like that. Russian lace patterns, niche. Great big book. 100 new bobbin lace patterns. What was it you said when I got back in the car? You said bobbins. That's a nice word.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh, I think I was a bit delirious.
Bobbin lace patterns. I remember when I was a kid, my granddad used to take me to the museum in Luton in Wardown Park. It's like what we did when I went to stay with Granddad, even though we'd done it many times before. And they had a display with an old woman, like a mannequin, a stuffed woman, not a real woman.
Stuffed woman.
Stuffed woman. Sat there at a lace making pillow with all of it. I
don't think it was an actual stuffed woman. I think it was...
a model woman, a pretend woman.
I'm sure people in the chat know about this, but I heard recently that there's a famous philosopher that is actually stuffed and is sat in his old classroom in his university. That was a part of his will. He wanted to be preserved and sat in a chair. How creepy is that? If you're learning philosophy in that room and there's a dead man sitting in the corner. It's a bit weird.
Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, this woman sat there with a lace making pillow and hundreds of bobbins all hanging off it, and it used to fascinate me. She was a bit creepy. She is still there because we went back, didn't we, with the kids?
Yeah, is this Stevenage?
No, Luton.
Oh,
I think she's still there. Anyway,
I don't remember.
Yeah, loads of hardback books and then a bunch of softback as well. Lace for children of all ages. The Christmas lace book. Yeah.
Stephen says, they could go with my 300 lace bobbins, still waiting to be listed.
Oh, we
you could collaborate.
Well, we could set up an exhibit in a museum with Stephen sat there, not a dead Stephen, just very still,
stuffed Stephen
with all his bobbins. Oh, bobbins. Yeah, anyway, lots of them. 5 of the lot. I will research them. The Torch and Lace workbook. Who knows?
Interesting.
What I might find out is there's no money in lace making books. But as a bundle, that will get my money back. I think my fivers say, oh.
Get stuffed, Nick.
Get stuffed. All right.
We found this guy in a charity shop yesterday.
Can anyone name this? We couldn't. I didn't know it had a name. But I don't even know that it's on here. I'm not going to remember. We had to look it up.
I can't remember what it is. Somebody must know.
It's one of the John Lewis characters from their Christmas advert. You remember they had the mog.
It was last year's.
Was it last year?
Yeah.
What did they had? They had the mog. Do you remember the mogs went mad, didn't they? The mogs on eBay. Anyway, Audrey.
Oh.
That's not what I'm sure. That's not what the internet told me.
It's not a cactus. It's
Snapper. Was it Snapper?
Yeah. Maybe.
We don't even. We'll take one of these answers.
One of those fly catchers, Venus flytrap things.
Yeah.
Little Shop of Horrors. Yeah, it's based on that, isn't it?
Little Shop of Horrors. Exactly that. Yeah. That's what it's kind of. Yeah, reminds me of. Anyway, it's a plush. They sell for, what did I say when I looked it up? Not a great deal, in between 10 and 15. It is newer tags, so that'll help. That was from a charity shop that's new to us in Bury.
Does anyone want to see a vase?
No.
I picked this up at the last minute. I didn't pick. This wasn't one of my immediate put it in the bag ones, but as everything was going, I thought I would. It's Portuguese pottery, Ceramica Iris. Yeah, it turns out to be quite nice, sort of £15-ish maybe.
Oh, is that to do with Little Shop of Horrors, Audrey? I've never seen that film, but I know what the character is.
Oh, I see.
I think the consensus is it's Snapper.
Yeah.
This one from the advert.
Yeah. Yeah, Sharon says looks like Audrey. Jugs and vases. Yeah. Interjected with
it's a puppet.
Some media.
It's a puppet.
I did buy some nice candlesticks, which I normally pick up if I see them cheap because they sell quite nicely at Christmas, or you can use them yourself for displays. So I got a pair of those pressed glass ones. I got a pair of the short ones, that sort of design. Pressed glass as well, and this one I really like. It's just one. Got to lean over to get it though.
What's Kev saying there? It's an amazing film. You need to watch it. Yeah, I've never seen that.
Look at that. That's a beauty.
Never seen Little Shop of Horrors.
Absolutely love that one.
Oh, stop the press. World of Books sold what looks similar for $99.99 Russian lace.
Wowzers.
Good Lord.
Right,
Jugs.
Don't push that back.
Jugs and knobs. Jugs and knobs.
There is something behind it. Don't push that back.
Right. Let me share something. We've probably all bought and sold Cards Against Humanity. Right? We've got this game. We had a games night here actually. We went through the entire deck until about 3 a.m, didn't we? It
was nearly 4 a.m, I think.
Yeah, a glass of wine or two might have been had as well. But I've never had Cards Against Disney. Anyone bought and sold this? I don't think it has a great deal of value, sort of $12.99, that sort of money maybe. But I had a flick through. You think this is filthy? That is next level. Like, I think because it is Disney characters they're talking about, it almost makes it worse. I'm not going to read any out. There's not many.
Do the candlesticks work either way up? I don't think so. No.
No, they're definitely designed for that.
Yeah.
They wouldn't. No. Anyway, yeah. So has anyone had that before? Cards Against Disney?
Joe Forrest picked one up today, £2.
One what? This?
Has that Cards Against Humanity got the hidden card in the lid lining?
Are you just winding me up to make me look for something?
In the lid lining?
In the lining? How would you get into the lining? You just want me to wreck my box, don't you? That sounds a bit odd. I would say.
Feel anything.
I would say no. Anyway, I don't think these are used either of them. These were from the charity warehouse sale. They charged us £10 for our 4 bags full of stuff. It was ridiculous. These were virtually free, but look how absolutely crisp and clean they are. I don't think that's been out of the box. And the Disney one's the same.
Husty's Emporium says, I manifested a Dungeons and Dragons sealed Monopoly today. Was literally just talking about it the other day. Awesome.
Well, you talk about manifesting stuff. So I said last night I'd like a complete Depeche Mode vinyl collection to pop up tomorrow.
It didn't come up. No.
Didn't happen.
No.
Manifesting doesn't work.
Oh dear.
Doesn't work.
What else have I got to show you that's interesting?
I can quickly share this. Same charity shop over at Bury. We picked up this. It's a Disney plush, but it's from the show, the Lion King West End show. They're a bit harder to get hold of because you can only buy them at the show, I presume. Not big money. I think, again, 12 to 15 with its tag. He's quite cool. It's a Simba with his kind of fancy headdress on.
Oh, Ben has apparently sent me screenshots of the sale of the Russian lace prints.
I sent you a screenshot of the sale of Russian. Ooh.
Okay, so I got a vintage ice bucket.
Is it plastic?
Yeah, well, men of mine.
That's got a nice knob on it.
Honestly, in Selects Limited. Yeah. So I picked that up. That was one of the last things I put in the bag, actually, and didn't even spot it before.
Is this still
from the charity sale? Yeah.
We got so much stuff for a tenner.
I ignored this to start with, and then I thought, no, I'm going to put it in because it's glass. It looks like it did have a stopper or something, and I couldn't find anything on it. I did a Google search just to see if it was anything particular, but I thought I might as well, as they were pretty much giving stuff away at this point. So I went with it because I thought it was very 1950s.
Made in England on a plastic item, that dates it.
I know, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, at the charity warehouse sale, if you include all of the media that I bought, we had at least 100 items. So it's like about 10p an item.
We're very sad that it's the last one, quite frankly.
Yeah.
Because I think they had a good thing going.
Well, we did chat to somebody there, didn't we? I can't remember the guy's name. Not Kev, who's in the chat. And we were saying that maybe they will regret changing things up. They're moving to a new place and they're going to have like a permanent.
Yeah, they're going to have
clearance.
like a bargain shop type thing.
We think because this is an event and people go in and then manically buy loads of stuff, and you feel that kind of need to fill your bags before everyone else gets to it, sort of thing.
And also, he made a good point that people will pick up things that they probably never would have bothered with before. I mean, I wouldn't walk into a charity shop, even a clearance charity shop, and see that on the shelf, even if it was 50p. I probably would just go, it hasn't got a stopper. I'm just not going to pop it in, But there we are. They've cleared it because I've gone, I can just stick it in my bag and it's worth, it's worth it to me. Yeah. So, and I think that also it means they won't generate as much money from all the clearance stuff, because although they're selling for really cheap, they're selling it en masse, so they're getting a massive amount of return back
in a short space of time.
Yeah, whereas other things will just kind of trickle and stick around and probably end up getting moved around from shop to shop and end up in a dumpster. Anyway, that's my second soapbox of the night.
Now,
hang on. Kev says, I'm sure they told me they will carry on at the new place.
Oh, we heard otherwise.
Yeah, the guy we were talking to said otherwise, and we read on the website that it said they weren't going to have a monthly sale anymore.
Maybe they've changed their mind already. Well, we will all, try and find out, and with bated breath. So we showed your dream frother earlier that Gadget Man kindly sent over. We found a frother today.
Yeah.
It's a different brand. This is a Swan. Basically does a similar, if not exactly the same thing, but it's
Cool. So that's for reselling.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Now, and the lady said the only reason she was selling it was because she's recently become allergic to coffee. I thought, oh, blimey. Of all the things to be allergic to, that'd be awful.
Not for me.
I'd really miss that. I'd drink it all day long.
I grabbed this. There's a Taskmaster board. This is one of our favourite TV shows. Hi, Tom. Absolutely love this TV show. There's a series ongoing at the moment that we haven't seen the end of, isn't there?
Yeah, we're a bit behind on it. I think they've had the final.
So don't tell us who won.
Don't give it away, because we're not there yet.
We actually own the board going to this, but this was at the Charity Warehouse sale, and it was chucked in with all our stuff that worked out on average about 10p an item. This should almost, or thereabouts, pay for the whole lot. Just that add-on pack to the board game, sealed. Madness. Right. I was going to say, it felt like most of what I bought today was Nerf. I bought a stupid amount of Nerf guns. I'll show you a handful. Long strike. Is that a long strike? It looks like the long strike I've had before. Yeah. That's not the correct site for it, really, I don't think.
Oh no, Johnny Forticoats is allergic to caffeine and chocolate. That would be a nightmare for me.
Blimey. Is this based on a Halo gun? I feel like I've said this before, and I don't remember what the answer is. I reckon that it looks so much like something out of Halo to me. This is a very small selection.
The hills have become preppers.
This one takes the little round balls. They look like golf balls. They're all dimpled to make them fly better. Yeah, nice.
Once Love Treasure says it looks Halo-ish.
Yeah, I know. I don't know if it is officially based on that. This has still got the batteries and there's so much weight in the back of it. Hopefully they've not blown.
And Husty's Emporium says it really does look like the Needler.
Yes, my thoughts exactly. I mean, I could keep going. There's still piles of them in the hallway.
Oh, interesting. Jay Froster just said George is in George's treasure shed, who's in the chat, said that he listed that Disney one on eBay and it got removed as a counterfeit item. It's not a Disney thing, is it?
I don't know.
Well, it's not official Disney. They wouldn't release something like that.
Well, we had something removed. I mentioned it in a video recently, and it's frustrating. We've had this many times over the years for various reasons. Every time you go onto eBay and there's loads listed, still up there that were listed before yours was removed. And you know what I mean? It's very odd to me. So maybe that is an unofficial thing, although that is Disney's official logo. That's odd.
Yeah, maybe that's why.
Huh. Well, I'll put it on and price it quite keenly so it goes. I don't know. Anyway,
Yeah.
I'll stop there with the heap of nerf that I've got down here. Perfect time.
Darren Hutchings said, yeah, same happened to me.
Oh, we could always keep it and play it, but it is pretty vile.
Oh, George says, it's the makers of the original version complaining to eBay about the variants other companies are making.
Oh, so they're infringing on Cards Against Humanity.
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh, so maybe it's not a Disney complaint then. Nerf Alien Menace Incisor. Cool.
I don't know how you could list it without calling it that.
The Nerf rival range should sell for more as they are aimed at 14 years plus. I think they're more powerful. Yeah, the ones with the yellow balls in. Yeah, they're incredible. They really are mad. I had a Black and White Minstrel CD removed. Yeah, where do you draw the line with all of that?
Yeah, I mean, I do get it. I get it completely.
Butter knives have had to become butter spreaders.
Yeah. Yeah, and you can't list knives and forks, you have to list it as flatware.
Yeah. I got a Vero today for rollerblades. I didn't realize it was a trademark and should have used inline skates. Oh, that's a good bit of information.
Oh, right. George says, like Andrea said, it's the Cards Against. Just call it. It's not a Disney family card game.
It's not really a family game.
It's 17 plus.
I've had a look at the cards.
Oh,
I can see that.
We might have to get creative.
If the Cards Against bit is, if they haven't got permission for that, that is infringing.
Yeah, but also it is an official Disney, so I don't know how we're going to get around this one.
Yeah.
Might have to put it on a different platform.
It might go on Whatnot.
It might do. We'll do another board games one or something.
I thought that halfway around today. I thought I should have been picking up more, board gaming stuff for another board game show or toys and game show. Anyway,
right, it is nearly 9:05.
Is it? I haven't even shared half the stuff. Should I do a couple more bits?
A couple more bits. I might tell another bad joke, and then. Anyway, start thinking about your words of wisdom while we're showing the last couple of bits. One
charity shop up in Attleborough was still open, so we popped in.
Bear with me, I need to grab lemonade.
And this is very unlike me, but I spent £50 in a charity shop. One of the things we bought was a dehumidifier, which we're going to keep, but I could resell it for anything up to, I think they were finishing all the way from £50 to £100. It's a really nice Dimplex one, I think it is. So I paid $25 for that. And then I bought this. It felt like a lot, but I did completed searches on these. And they are finishing unboxed up to £60. The lady it was all taped up, but the lady said, yeah, you can open it up and have a look. And it's in pristine condition. She said it had been thoroughly tested at their donation center or whatever. So I grabbed it. So hopefully it'll be 25 into 60, which is reasonable. It's a nice thing. I'm tempted to keep it. I won't get it out actually. So it's like a little CD boombox, but it's also got a DAB in it.
Lovely.
Yeah. So if I don't cave in and keep it, I'll list it for somewhere in the range of up to about 60. So yeah, £50 in the charity shop. They were pleased we popped in just before they shut, weren't they? What else? Oh, I did pick up another DAB, didn't I? I've not really looked at this one. This is a little teeny tiny one. I think we only paid £1, or was it £2? Maybe 2. Open it up and have a look. And then we will do some words of wisdom.
Yeah, I've got one in already.
Oh, this feels like the other end of the spectrum for DAB radios. This is a bit of a cheap, nasty thing. Hopefully it was worth my £2. Anyway, We could have shared stuff for hours tonight. We went a bit mad.
Oh, Raymond says, I tried to use your Whatnot link, but they think I'm from Canada. When I input my phone number and I was not able to change it back to the UK. Oh, that is weird.
I don't know what to say about that. I don't know if they have a customer support that you could speak to. Yeah, that's a weird one.
It's really weird.
Good old technology. I can't put this back together. That's going to drive me insane. Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Yeah. Well, no, but we're going to stop now anyway. There's Playmobil. There's loads of cool books in there.
Well, maybe
loads
you'll
of
have
media.
to do your own haul at some point. Okay, so Will, I think it was first with words of wisdom. Had to visit the doctors today. Found out I had Tom Jones syndrome. I said to the doctor, "Is that serious?" He said, "It's not unusual."
You like that, don't you? Okay. Oh, that's Raymond talking about Whatnot. George, go to Luton and visit the stuffed woman. She will be well stuffed. Chuffed. Sorry. That's if she's still there. I'm sure she was still there last time we went. And they used to have a sweet shop where they'd taken one of the original high street stores. I think when they put the Arndale in, and they'd taken the whole interior and put it in there. My mum used to remember going in there as a kid. They did a similar thing in the Hitchin Museum.
Yeah, they had a chemist.
Perks and Llewellyn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Apothecary. That's not an easy word to say. Do you want to read Elaine's?
Yeah, Elaine says, never look down on anyone unless you're picking them up.
That's nice.
I like that.
Yeah. Oh, is that really? Isn't there something about DAB being phased out and something new coming in? Well, if they phase it out so you can't use it, I will be peed off. We have several DAB radios. That would be annoying, wouldn't it?
That would be really annoying. Yeah.
Progress, eh? Hello, Stu. Good to see you. The major difference between men and women is when a woman says, smell this, it's usually nice. There's so much truth in that. Yeah. Ben, when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. Ooh, Ben's gone deep. Yeah.
I like that saying.
Change your perspective. Yeah. Change how, yeah, it's, if only it were that easy. It is, but it's not always easy to just, yeah. I like that.
Dave says, list.
It's not rocket science. List it.
Tom says, when you look like your passport photo, it's time to stop listing and go to bed.
When you look like your passport photo? Aren't we supposed to look like our passport photo?
My passport photo is me like 20 years ago.
Yeah, I know. You'd be quite happy if you looked like your passport photo.
Oh, dear.
The best time to plant a tree is 20 years ago. The second best time is now. I love that. I've heard that, and it's, yeah. You know, when you think, oh, it's too late to do whatever, it's like, no, now is the second best time you've got. Yeah.
Porky says, to do more for the world than the world does for you, that is success. Oh, yes.
Oh, did that hit you in the feels?
Yeah, I like that. I mean, that's the goal, isn't it? Once love treasures, making mistakes helps us learn. New swear words.
New swear words. I like that. Yeah.
Susan, words of wisdom for Stephen. Lock your doors tonight, you might get stuffed. Be happy. There you go. Simple but lovely. Yeah. Thank you, Bargain Bucket UK.
Yeah.
Dark Raven, society grows great when old men plant trees whose shade they shall never sit in. Now that one got me more in the feels than, yeah, that one's hit a nerve. Absolutely.
Pay it forward, really.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what
yeah.
that's saying, isn't it? Oh, these are good tonight.
Yeah, they are.
Also, we're a bit tired. You'll make us very emotional in a
I'll
minute.
probably be bawling in a minute. Darren says we cannot become what we want by remaining what we are.
Yeah.
Oh, get it.
I
Get
like-
it on, get it gone.
I mean, I like a similar one to Darren's, which is
Doubt the doubt.
if you want things to change, things have to change.
Yeah.
Which sounds ridiculously simple, but I think too many of us go through life wishing our circumstance was different, or our health was different, or something was different, but we don't change our habits. And then we foolishly think our life will sort itself out. You have to make change, and that's not easy. Yeah.
Husty's Emporium said it's difficult to catch a black cat in a dark room, especially if it's not there.
Yeah, especially if it's not there.
Kev says, when you say you're open from 9 till 3, stay open from 9 till 3.
Yes, people. Yeah. Stick to what it says on the advertisements.
C. Blaney says, give without expecting to receive. Yes, 100%. Keep it fun. Yes. Right. Which one do you like tonight then? Oh, just be you.
Just be you. Yeah. What was it? There was something I shared a while back, which was be yourself, so those that are looking for you can find you.
Oh, yeah.
Don't get me started.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to choose Dark Raven. I think society grows great when old men plant trees whose shade they shall never sit in.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's nice.
That's what we need more of in the world.
Well, old men planting trees.
Yeah.
Do I qualify yet? Yeah, I could start planting trees.
Yeah. Oh, there's a couple here. Changes aren't permanent, but changes aren't permanent, but change is.
Wow, that's so deep. I can't wrap my head around it, Raymond. If you don't know which wise man once said this, if you don't go, you hang on, you've done it wrong.
How is Jeff? He's sleeping on the sofa. He's been out yard selling with us today, and yeah, he loves it. He meets lots of dogs. He gets treats. He sniffs lots of stuff.
But he does get grumpy because we take him out 5 minutes at a stall, if that, and then put him back in the car.
He's not grumpy to be taken out. He can't wait to get out the car. Doesn't want to get back in again.
Yeah, so Darren's is meant to be, if you don't go, you don't know.
Yes.
And apparently I can't win with my own words of wisdom. So we've given it to there we go, Dark Raven.
Yeah.
Oh, they're still coming in. Oh, you lot, we're trying to finish. Be yourself. If you can't be yourself, be Batman. Okay. Yeah, this is what I was getting at with one of my favorite phrases. If you do what you've always done, you'll get what you always had. Exactly. If you want to change. You have to change things. That's the bit people miss out.
Right. Okay.
Someone was in there with the yellow snow. Right. Thank you so much for joining us. It has been a pleasure. We've still got 234 with us.
Yeah. Amazing.
Pat yourselves on the back. If you would like to stroke the like button gently as you leave, that would be appreciated.
Going back to highlight the one I chose.
I still need to put out my second video in this little series I was going to do of tips direct from eBay. I just haven't had a minute to sit down and plan it, and yeah, it's one that I need to think about so I don't do it, because it's a lot easier to just waffle in the shed. But that is coming at some point. Okay, can I just read this one? I've just seen another one come in before we go. He who asks is a fool for 5 minutes. He who doesn't is a fool forever. Yeah, it's a good one. Okay, thank you everybody. Hope you enjoyed our kind of rambly haul. Honestly, we only shared like a quarter of what we picked up today. It was bonkers. Although most of the rest of it is Nerf guns.
Yeah. We need to find homes for it all now.
We will see you all next week. Are you putting some content on your channel next week, maybe?
Yeah, I did film some today, and then I got to a point where I thought I'm gonna stop filming because there just wasn't anything for me really. You were picking up loads of stuff, but there just wasn't anything, and I thought this isn't a very interesting video. So I just made that decision, and then we came across that guy and bought a load of vintage stuff.
Yeah.
So I will put out a video with a bit of a haul on it a bit later in the week.
Okay, so if you're not subbed to Andrea, there should be a link below to Andrea's channel, or just search Andrea Hills, it will come up.
Yeah.
And we'll see you for another video at some point during the week, if we can find the time to edit and put it up and do all that fun stuff. Ta-ra! See you later.